to the players in practice.
Is it fun?
Yes, sir. It's very fun.
What makes it? What's the atmosphere like? It's just having fun while you're doing your stuff.
Yeah, I feel like he's just making Coach Dilly's just making us have fun while we're practicing, making it at a fast pace. Yeah, we're just having fun while playing football.
Everybody wants to know who the quarterback's going to be. Who is it? Who's your
I
guy?
have no clue. Who it's going to be. I just catch the ball.
What's it like having a younger head coach in there and just kind of bringing like new energy, revitalization? Obviously, during spring practices, it seemed to be having a lot of very competitive aspects, but also some fun with like the main events type stuff. What's it like just having a leader of the program that kind of blended those two sides?
I think that's good. Head coach more involved in practice and just telling us things here and there, helping out more with the offense, and I think that's well and helps for everybody, and just to see how much he's involved, it just shows how much energy everybody else around needs to put in. Just help him out while you helping us out.
Tell me about the necklace. What's that?
That's just my initials.
EK?
Yes, sir.
And the animal is?
Oh, Goat, Billy Goat. I want to the Billy Goat, yes, sir.
Who do you think's been the biggest leaders on the team this summer?
The biggest leaders? I really say the people that's being here, obviously JC, Jalen, just the people just from last year, and a couple of new people, players that's come in to step up, just bringing in new voices, new words. I feel like just a couple people just from last year, some new leaders.
You guys, other players have said that you guys have worked harder this year. What's it been like, kind of just ratcheting up a little bit the how hard you guys are going, the intensity of everything?
I feel like that's a good thing going into the season and going into playing games. And I think everything that Dilly is just everything that he got going on, I think it's just all gonna work. I believe in it.
You guys were telling us yesterday he's a little quirky at times.
Yeah, he get there. He's a little funny. He's just a little, I don't know. Dilly, he
Keeps you guys laughing?
Yeah, he do. He just, I don't know. Yeah, he keeps us laughing for sure.
You got a favorite story about him so far?
Nah, not really. Just him coming in like the locker room, just playing games with us instead of playing in the team room. Just him being more involved, like I said.
Considering what you accomplished last year on the field, and then not even honorable mention the media preseason Pac-12 falls, that added like any additional fuel to the fire?
No, I'm not worried about none of that. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about my gameplay and what I do in the field. That's all I'm saying.
Other people mentioned that to you, then?
I'm sorry.
Okay, what did you take away from spring practice?
Say it one more time.
What did you take away from spring practice in terms of just your skill development, just going to get used to the scheme and all that?
Really just keep working on my route running, getting better, and just building myself around the new team and the new players.
Did other people mention to you that you weren't on the preseason team? Like, do people talk about that, like, with you?
I mean, nah, not really. It's nothing for real. It's like nothing I really worry about. I think people know on my team that it's nothing I really care about or look into. It's just numbers at the end of the day.
You set personal goals for yourself this season?
Of course I set personal goals for myself, yes, sir.
Anything you want to share?
I want to get top 5 ASU receiver yards. I'm going to be in that top 5 in history.
For a single season?
Yeah.
The Stanford catch last year. How many times have you gone back and just watched that, slowed it down?
Shoot, I got that picture on my phone. I go back and look at it and just think of what I could have done different. And obviously the ball that I was throwing, it wasn't my fault, but obviously I just think of things I could have done different, how I could have ran that route differently to stay in balance on my end. But obviously I just think it was a good catch still. But
It's probably, I think people who have been around the program, it's probably one of the top 3 catches we've ever seen. How disappointing is it that even though you have the highlight, that it didn't count?
I think it was important. If it was a couple more inches, how big it would have been, but I think that's just all it is.
Had you made that catch, do you think that would have changed your trajectory at all? I mean, there's a lot of talk about how you should have been on the preseason teams and all that. Do you think making a catch like that in that moment would have changed that?
It would have made somewhat of it. I don't think it would have made somewhat of a difference, but it would have set somewhat of a standard.
How does the receiver room compare this year to past years?
I'd say more of a family type, unit type, and together, and just everybody's just helping each other and just helping each other on the field, in the meeting room, and the plays, more communication. It's just going well.
Does it feel like with some of the other guys that you can throw to, that it keeps the field more open for everybody?
Yeah, I feel more comfortable, like the ball's going to a different place, it's getting passed around to other players. I just feel more comfortable when the ball's going.
Yeah.
Not in my hands, of course.
Yeah. What do you think about X as a receiver?
I think he's an awesome receiver, of course. Playing the other side of me is just another threat on that side. The other team has to worry about, and I think it's just not really getting the pressure off me. But the double teams and triple coverages, they could just move away and just spread out throughout the whole field, throughout our whole receiver room.
When you look at the offense and how much it took away in terms of understanding the scheme, I mean, do you think the team is where it's supposed to be at, or is there still a lot of work to be done in fall camp?
Say that one more time.
I said, as far as like the offense really grasping the scheme, do you feel like you came out in a good way in that specific element for spring practice, or do you think in fall camp there's still a lot of work to do just to get the scheme down?
Fall camp, I feel like it's going to be. We're going to be learning the scheme a little bit more. Billy's scheme is a little expertise, but I feel like everybody's getting it down for sure. People's been running the routes ever since spring, so I feel like fall for sure we're gonna have it down for sure. Everybody's gonna have it down.
What stands out to you about
Trent, just how he knows the offense and how he gets into the offense, how involved he is with everybody, and how he just teaches He's just very IQ and very much IQ, and just teaches everybody stuff, and he's just a very family guy type.
Are you surprised he's still here, given just he could have gone other places to get an opportunity?
Yes, actually, yes. I'm surprised he's still here, honestly, but it's like, I feel like it's something that I like what I went through, like how I could have, but it's just like loyalty type, staying at ASU, it's just building a base around ASU, and just around the fans and stuff, staying with the school.
What do you think about like the current state of NIL just in general? Because you obviously one of the most marketable athletes on the team, probably could have gone other places, made more money in NIL. What are your thoughts about that?
I wasn't really thinking about like the NIL and money and stuff. Really, after the season, I was really thinking about the field and what I could have done better after the season. But the NIL part, that's just the part that's just extra and just comes, and that's really it.
Do you think that the better that NIL is at ASU, the easier it will be for the team to be successful year after year?
No, not really. It's just
okay.
I feel like it's if you want to play football, if you love football, it's just all it comes down to it. The money at the end of the day, it will come. And I just feel like if you love football, and no matter what school, whatever school you love and fall into, I feel like that's the school you should just stick with, no matter the situation.
Got to keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Football. You came here for football, so stick with football.
When you have a quarterback competition that's going to come down to pretty close to week one, do you think that's more of an advantage to seeing different arm angles, or do you think it becomes sometimes it can be a little more tricky when you're not getting with the same quarterback over and over throughout the entire offseason?
You know me, I've been here for years, worked with a whole bunch of quarterbacks, so I don't really worry about the quarterback situations very much. It's worry about my situation. I worry about catching the ball. I have to catch the ball at the end of the day, so it's like whatever ball's thrown to me, whatever happens.